Okay, guys, let's talk about playing with your dog, especially playing tug with your dog. A couple of things. I want to mention three things that almost everyone that I work with, and first of all, it's great that more and more people are starting to see the importance of play and how much we could do, especially with problem dogs, but it's still so misunderstood by many, right? I'm going to just touch on three mistakes that almost everybody I work with makes. And there's much more, many more mistakes, believe me when I tell you. But these are three mistakes that almost everyone makes when I watch them play with their dog when we first start working together. Number one, now remember, for me, one of the most important things in regarding play, especially playing tug, is setting rules and boundaries and enforcing them within the game. I've talked about that before, how that affects dealing with problems outside of the game. We won't go too deep into that now. But one thing that 99.9% of all people do, let's say they're playing tug, they got a good game going, they ask their dog to out the tug. The dog lets go of the tug. Now the tug is right here between you and the dog goes to grab it without permission. Almost every single person literally says something like and pulls the tug away and holds it up high or hides it behind their back. You're telling the dog one thing, wrong answer, and then you're making it come alive again. Remember what one of the main goals are, one of the main purpose of the game, setting rules and boundaries and enforcing them. I welcome the dog to make that mistake going for the tug. That's a perfect opportunity to start teaching no. You mark it very calmly. No, I don't pull the tug away. No, couple little leash pops, tap on the nose, something that lets the dog know that's against the rules. You're breaking the rules. But we're starting to teach the meaning of no, which so many dogs don't understand. They think it's their middle name because it's never taught in any kind of context, right? Welcome that mistake. It's a perfect learning opportunity. When you say no and give a little leash pop or tap him on the nose and the dog backs up, hey, nice job. You let him know that's what I'm talking about, right? The next thing, again, super common. They take the tug and they ram it in the dog's face, right? Like this, killing the drive, shutting it down, bending his neck backwards if the dog has the tug. Think about this, guys. That tug, it's a squirrel, it's a rabbit, it's prey. It's supposed to move away quickly to bring out the prey drive. The dog wants to chase it. I don't know who first said it, but it's one of the best sayings I've ever heard, right? It's not mine, so whoever said it, thank you. A rabbit will never commit suicide by jumping in the dog's mouth. It only runs away. But again, the natural human instinct is to shove it in the dog's face. It's a killer. It moves away. If the dog comes off the tug or you beat the tug or he checks out on you, don't beg him to get it. Don't put it in his face. It takes off. You lose it. It runs away. That's realistic for the dog. That's going to trigger the dog to want to continue the game, chase the toy. The last one. Okay, again, super common, quite comical, but it will also kill the drive and the desire for the dog to continue to play. I call that the masturbation tug. This is what they do. Everybody does it. They get the tug and they're not trying to get the tug away from the dog. They're just trying to make the tug ejaculate. You'll never see two dogs playing with the same toy where one of them's shaking the other one like this or doing this, right? That's not the purpose. Your purpose is to try to get the tug, win the tug from the dog. Shaking them up and down, side to side, twisting their neck, it's not enjoyable for the dog. That's why so many dogs, when they do get the toy, they do get the tug, they run off and they lay down and they want nothing to do with you. And then people say, my dog has no interest in play. He has no interest in tug. No, he doesn't have interest in playing with you because you're not making it realistic and it's very uncomfortable and the dog thinks you're trying to make him ejaculate. It's not good. It's not a good look. Those are just three problems that almost everyone does. So think about these things the next time you're going to play with your dog. If you are playing with your dog, good for you. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Just try to make it more realistic and learn from some of the people out there who are putting out great quality stuff that will teach you exactly why, the whys behind it, why it's so important, and keep getting better, okay? Remember, no masturbation tug. Peace.